Greetings. Happy Sunday, everybody. This is NzeIkayMedia, and you're welcome to my program, Nigeria Deserves Better. Today, I want to talk about Morocco's rapid rise that has left Nigeria's automotive dreams in the dust. Please don't be offended, but this is a statement of fact. Things are happening and we seem not to get it. So, moving forward, report shows that Morocco has steered its automotive industry into a very fast one and has become Africa's undisputed champion in car exportation outside the continent, especially to Europe. They have actually taken over the European market. Leaving the self-proclaimed giant of Africa, Nigeria, packed on the sidelines with its vast potential idling like a powerful engine choked by poor fuel. Morocco's journey is a Cinderella story written in steel and rubber. In just 15 years, they've shifted gears from zero to hero, now producing a staggering 700 vehicles annually. They've not only lopped continental competitors, but are outpacing global heavyweights like China, India, Japan in the European market. This economic engine roars, contributing 22% of the total GDP of Morocco, thereby generating 14 billion in exports and fueling over 40,000 livelihoods. With size set firmly on a million car milestone by 2025, Morocco is proving that African manufacturing can lead the pack. In fact, they have really taken over every aspect of business in Africa. Let it sink. Morocco has taken over the whole of European market. Currently, they are having 700,000 per annum, and they're targeting before the end of this year, 2025, they will be hitting it 1 million, flooding Europe with cars produced in Morocco. Yet, we claim to be the giant of Africa. Nigeria claims to be the giant of Africa, and this is happening right before us, right before our eyes. I want us to understand the implication of what we have plunged ourselves into by putting unworthy leaders in positions they cannot afford to be. Leaders that always claim to be leaders, at the end of the day, they are nobody. When we bother ourselves and people like us talk, a lot of people say, you over criticize Nigeria. You never see anything good about Nigeria. Listen, I am bothered as a Nigerian. I want Nigeria to be good. I find it very difficult to understand that a man of 65 years has not started working. He is a cripple. Nigeria is still crawling at the age of 65. And crawling just because we want to crawl. Not that we cannot stop crawling. We can't stop crawling, but we have chosen to crawl. That is the saddest aspect of the whole thing. Somebody was saying the other day that the country is hemorrhaging. Yes, it is. Things are not working right. Other countries have moved on. We are just stagnant. Believe you me, we are stagnant. And we don't seem to learn. Not now, not in the nearest future. We are comfortable being where we are. As a Nigerian, I am deeply worried. I am deeply worried. We can't continue like this. A country like Pakistan is almost the same age with Nigeria, 1960, 1960. Where are they today? They already have a nuclear weapon, not even one. I'm sure they have more than 20 or 30 nuclear warheads. And that is why big countries like India cannot mess around them, because they have what it takes to hammer back. And that is why the world is becoming cautious in their relationship with them. The same thing that happens in the first world, those are the same things that happen in third world countries with nuclear weapons. Pakistan is not a fantastic place, but at least they have what it takes to stand. Now, Nigeria, what do you have? Ordinary electricity. You don't have. And you expect me, in my right senses, to take my vote and give Atiku, when I know and I understand that one of the glaring problems Nigeria has is his inability to fix electricity, which was under his absolute control for 8 years as a vice president. Only for him to come out now and be telling me he regrets. You don't regret. Opportunity lost ones can never be recovered. You goofed once, there's no point giving you a second chance to come in. Especially when you're coming in at an old age. We have seen the same with Buhari. People were making noise, Buhari, Buhari, but of course I wasn't one of them. He entered there, a disciplinarian. That's how he entered there. At the end of the day, his regime became the worst corrupt. In terms of corruption, there is no regime in Nigeria that can be equated with Buhari's regime. Why? Because the old man is gone. Atiku will be 81 years by the time he enters office if he wins. Nigerians, please, you have to be cautious of this. A president with a good mindset who really wants something to be done for his people, as at today, who has been saying it, who has been talking it since inception, from the beginning till now, is none other than Peter Gregory Obi. He is the only person who, inside him, he is really disturbed about Nigeria. We have a chance with this man than any other person. I'm not making this for it to be a propaganda machine for him. But I am telling you, and you and I know the truth, that this is the only man who can rescue Nigeria today. As a presidential candidate in 2023, he left Nigeria and went to Egypt to study the model, how to give us electricity. How Egypt itself is already doing that. A lot of you were making mockery of him. President Tinubu never cared. His boys were attacking everybody. At the end of the day, what did he do? If I don't give you electricity within 4 years, don't vote for me. And now he's coming out to campaign. Those were his words. He has not even finished third year. He's already campaigning for another 4 years. And you people are forgetting. You claim to be giant of Africa, Nigerians, my fellow brothers and sisters. Where are we today? You are no giant anything. I can tell you for sure. You are no giant anything at all. I don't even think that you know what it takes to be a giant of Africa. I don't even think so. The earlier we understand that this is the only man that can actually help us at this stage, the better. Put tribal sentiments, religious bigotry aside. This is the only man, Peter Obi is the only man focused to move Nigeria forward. Any other person there, the nonsense will continue. The mess we are falling into, we can never get out of it. Let us get ourselves sensitized to that this is the man we want. Then the next thing is we face INEC. They cannot go free this time around. We face them squarely. Since neither the houses of representatives, the lower and the upper, including the Senate, they are not willing to put electoral reforms forward. But we are going to force them to do it. And don't forget what Peter Obi said. We are going to vote. And if you refuse to count right, we count you inside the vote. That is a strong language. If you refuse to count, we count you there. This should be our mindset now. It's high time we should not keep saying, oh, it's not my business. After all, my business is going well. For God's sake, how many of you are living normal? How many of you successful men that your friends are not around you, hovering around you to eat? How many of you successful people, when you're moving out, you're moving a convoy of 100 idle men, whether you're a politician or you're a businessman, or all these things are coming out from your pocket to feed those guys. How many will continue to stomach this? What is the future you are building for your children? You think that money you have gotten is enough? If anything happens, where's the future for your children? Abroad, when people are getting old, they don't need to bother because the government is there to take care and guarantee them their pension at old age. How many of us who have served Nigeria diligently for years are sure of their pensions? Yet you claim to be giant of Africa, the largest population of the black race in the whole world. Let us think right. Let us do things right. Let us stop messing around and face facts the way they are. Going back to our topic, which I have started here about Morocco. Let me put it, just look at it here. Yeah, you see it there. Just look up here. That is Morocco. Car manufacturing there. That is already taking over the whole of Europe. Yes, this is Morocco. Taking over the whole of Europe. They have. And you, that is the giant of Africa, what do you have? Nothing. Yet, Nigerian Biafran Civil War ended in 1970, January. As far back as 1972, Nigeria established its first government-owned PAN, Peugeot Automobiles Nigeria Limited. It was majority government-owned and state governments-owned. PAN was located in Kakuri, Kaduna State, established in 1972. It started assembling in 1975 Peugeot 504s and operated successfully for decades. At this time, Volkswagen was actually on too in the decade of the 70s. Volkswagen of Nigeria, Badagry Expressway, near Trade Fair Complex, VON, Volkswagen of Nigeria Limited. Today, can we boast of? They were assembly plants, so today, can we boast of PAN? No. Can we boast of VON? No. These are government owned. I just want to call back your school of thoughts for you to know the danger that we're into. As a country that is non-productive, our government is borrowing money to share to state governors. And these state governors are so wicked that they keep this money and eat it. Even the ones that trickle down to the local government chiefs are actually eating And now the president is sharing money east, west, and north to remain in power. What the hell is wrong with you people? As far back as 1972. And in 1979, Nigerian government again, in conjunction with some private owned, in fact, it was Nigerian government, but later it was privatized with Daimler Benz, the owners of Mercedes in Germany. They started an Namco in Emene Enugu just 9 years after the Civil War. They were producing these Mercedes trucks that were using in carrying loads those days. Some of them are still working. Mercedes buses. It was all over the country. They operated for years. Today, they are closed. Nothing is working there again. Every year, they come and talk one rubbish. Or the one state governor will come. I'm reviving MNA. I'm reviving Namco. They hold it Anambra State and former Anambra State. They will talk all sorts of nonsense, and that is where it ends. Anamco is dead. Anamco is dead. In 2007, a young man, thanks to Peter Obi, Innocent Chukwuma, started his own Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing, IVM. Today is in full production, to the extent that it's supplying some African countries, and most state governors, including even the governor of Anambra State, Abia State, are patronizing vehicles from Innocent. But what are the remunerations? The government is giving such an indigenous vehicle manufacturing plant. I'm talking about even at the state level. Even at the government level. Is there anything wrong with giving a flat order like other normal countries that every minister or commissioner should buy official car they're going to use is made in Nigeria vehicle, even if it is assembled in Nigeria? Why should the senators and the House of Rep be packing SUVs that cost millions and millions of dollars? You go to the National Assembly, it's like where they're displaying the greatest assembly of cars, of SUVs, latest model, none accounted for, year to year. When a senator is moving a convoy of 30 cars, you don't talk about the president that takes almost 120 cars. You don't even talk about the Senate president, state governors. What is all this? There is the Nord Automobile Limited. It's owned by Oluwatobi Ajayi. It's in Lagos. It's an assembly plant established in 2018. For the past 6 years, it has been active. All that focusing in SUVs, pickups, sedans. Are we going to talk about Lanre Motors in Ojo, Lagos? Founded in 1984 as a dealership. It started operation 2016 and 2017 under the special act called Nigerian Automotive Industry Development Plan, NAIDP. They assemble vehicles from brands like Hyundai, Jag, Changan, actively assembling for 7 to 8 years. Are we going to talk about the CFAO Toyota Assembly Plant? A subsidiary from Toyota to Sushu Corporation, Japan, in Amuwo Dofi. Since 2014, 2015, it has been assembling trucks, Hilux, Hiace, all these things. We go down to Honda Manufacturing Nigeria Limited in Ota, Ogun State. It started since 2015. We have not forgotten Stallion Motors Nissan Assembly Plant, which is formerly VOM, Volkswagen of Nigeria Automobiles, along Badagry Expressway near Trade Fair Complex. Are we going to forget about Jet Systems Automobile Industry Company Limited, owned by Jet Motor Company? Since 2018, it was founded. Then the Nigerian Automotive Industry Development Plan 2013 that started under Goodluck Jonathan. And these things were moving, manufacturing. They were assembling, no doubt. It was enacted by under Goodluck Jonathan. Nigerians tapped into it. What happened? When Buhari came to power, he jettisoned everything, knocked off everything, and put the country back. In place of cars to run the highways, he was importing Fulani cattle headers. Cars were parking out for cattle to own the main road. From Kaura Namoda to Kaduna to Calabar, from Sokoto to Lagos, the same thing. Cows everywhere. A country that was still trying to come up and stand like a baby and walk. This Muslim fundamentalist like Buhari came up and trampled everything, stopped everything entirely. The same thing he did in 1983, December 31st, 1984, January, with Ajakuta State Company. When Ajakuta was already producing, we were working 3 shifts at Ajakuta, 3 shifts, morning, afternoon, night, light section meal. Production was already ongoing. This man took power, took away the general manager and chief executive. Ajakuta, everything flopped. Today, Ajakuta has never survived it. Even with, after him, Ajakuta is still a mess. That is what Buhari did to vehicle assemblies and manufacturing companies that Jonathan himself, under the Nigerian Automotive Industrial Development Plan 2013, tried to revive. He came 2015 and that's it. Today, most of these things you see I have named here now are the major ones, players in the market. I don't want to talk about the mini ones. These are players in the market. And these are big time players who know what they're doing. Except Innocent, IVM, none of them manufactures. Most of them operate at semi-knockdown, SKD. or completely knock down assemblies, which means what do? The foreign investors bring their vehicles, assemble them, and sell. It's just like giving you the right of dealership and taking your machine to install there and do what they want. That's exactly what they do. And that is what Nigerians are now left to do and face. Yes, that is what we are left to face by a people who care not. When we allow the wrong people to be in power, this is what we face. Since 2015, a child that was born in 2015 today is already 10 years. If it's not up to, it's almost going to 10 years. That is a child who already knows everything. But can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? Say that of our beautiful country called Nigeria? No, because we keep making the wrong choices. Why is Morocco where it is? Because they are focused. Yes. Innocent today can be said is the only true manufacturing indigenous firm in Nigeria, simply because Peter Obi gave him that chance, gave him the needed support, and the striving. Even at that, politics is destroying whatever that can be harnessed on that. Is anything wrong with the government putting hand, investing in such manufacturing companies for it to have a better tomorrow? Is it a difficult thing for them to do? Of course not. When P2B did it, what did they call him? They thought he was wasting time. But he never wasted time. Today, that place is income earner for Anambra State. It's paying tax. Today, some Nigerians are even buying innocent vehicles and using it. At least the problem and bottlenecks about getting your parts are cheaper. It can be molded, even right there at home. Give them the needed incentives. We have all it takes. We have the manpower. We have the market. We have the youthful manpower to actually sustain an industry in Nigeria. But the government is not thinking towards that direction. All they think about is how to loot, loot, and loot. You loot to the extent that, I don't know, you become insensitive to nature. Look at it. Before Buhari died, Abubakar was sick in London. He ran to London to cure himself. As if that wasn't enough. Of course, our almighty Papa Tinubu is always France the other day, Nigeria today. France the other day, Nigeria today. He's curing himself abroad. Is it difficult to build a hospital in Nigeria? Akpabio that claimed that he built a wonderful hospital as a governor in Akwa Ibom State. Now he's sick, he's in London. Why didn't he treat himself in his beautiful hospital in Akwa Ibom? Nobody's asking that question. He's seated down there now as a Senate president, number 3 man, and be voicing nonsense. How long are we continuing to be behaving like animals? when in reality, we have the chance to be human beings. So I want you to juxtapose these particular problems. Beauty of Morocco taking over European market, then take it against Nigeria's story. Nigeria's story is a narrative tragically rich in resources but poor in execution. We are blessed with crown jewels, abundant natural resources. We have everything. We have gold, we have oil, we have iron, we have bauxite, we have aluminum, we have everything. We are blessed with everything. Sometimes I wonder, probably what God meant to be a blessing for us is a curse for Nigeria. Some people are seated on the gold being mined in Zamfara and be useless in it, stealing it, selling on their own without even government knowing anything happening. Can the government come out today and say, this is how much we are making on gold? Be as transparent as Burkina Faso is. Be transparent, let know. Can you come out now, Amsa Kimba, and say, this is how much we are making from oil? Be transparent. We have a massive dynamic force, pioneering ventures like Innocent Motors, and all these companies have been enumerated, which have been in function for decades. Nigeria possesses all the raw ingredients for automotive powerhouse, yet this potential lies fallow, a sleeping giant, bound by the shackles of political inertia and chronic mismanagement. We lost 8 years under Buhari, chasing clouds instead of building roads. Not the roads but building roads to develop the country, planting the foundation, laying the foundation for the country to stand. Instead, when he came in, he stopped everything for practically 1 year. The country was directionless. He stalled progress. He spiraled the nation backwards, squandered precious decades, and living industrial landscape patched by drought of progress. So what are our prospects? The blueprint for success is written plainly in Morocco's playbook. Why is Morocco succeeding? Stable policy, relentless focus, enabling infrastructure. Nigeria can not only match by potentially surpassing these numbers. Nigeria has the market. Nigeria has the manpower. Nigeria has the minerals. The missing spark is what then? Yes, I tell you what it is. We are not consistent. We don't have visionary leaders committed to turning promises into pistons and realtics into rolling stock. The flicker of existing assembly plants needs fanning into a furnace of full-scale manufacturing. You see, if you are able to have an assembling plant, you can equally have a manufacturing plant. Why can't the government, various state governments, invest in these opportunities you have? Go into not only private, but go into a full merger. Develop these things for your states where they're located and make your billions from it. Grow your states. Innocent is in Anambra. Can't Anambra state government go into merger with it like Peter Obi helped them? Can't Anambra state join? Anambra state government. Why fighting Innocent when Innocent is an asset you can use? Anamco is there in Enugu. What effort is the Enugu state government doing? I know we have hope. I believe we do. And we have been yearning for this hope. We are yearning for a leader who will shift the country out of neutral, finally awakening this slumbering giant, for God's sake, and putting his feet on the accelerator of industrial destiny with the right governance steering the wheel. Nigeria can yet engineer its automotive revolution and claim its rightful place in the global showroom. At least conquer African markets is vast there. Africa is more about 55 countries in the OAU. Even if Africa is a problem, dominate West African market. You can if you wish. The rate you're going, Burkina Faso, Ghana will take over West African market while you're still here, market lacking behind. When you people are supposed to vote for normal men who their reasoning are still intact, you're going for 81-year-old to be by 2027. Atiku Abubakar. To do what? To go there and be sleeping? Add 4 years to 81. What will he be? He will become 86 as a president. Are you off your mind? Are you off your mind? I ask you people these questions and nobody is answering me. I go to Facebook, I see normal men praising Atiku and writing all sorts of nonsense. Let me tell you guys who are writing those things. You people don't love Nigeria. You people don't even love your family. What you want is what you get from into your pockets, nothing more. You just want to keep him there the way Tinubu is there and they're looting. Nothing more. And that is the flat topic. You cannot tell me. We tried Buhari. What did we get? A man who was sleeping throughout and picking his teeth. And the country was being governed by cabals who are now coming out to say they're repentant. They're repentant. Come on. I think it's high time we really be talking truth to power. And I believe that indeed one day it shall be well with Nigeria. But only when the potential meets purposeful action. Yes. If we don't go inside ourselves to bring out the best in us, then nothing can happen. And I can tell you for sure, P2B is only our chance. Look at him here. He is our only chance now. It's either we do it or we are gone. He is our only chance. Peter Gregory Obi, that is the man. That is the man that can really make Nigeria work. Amongst all of them, if you love your family, and this man has been saying that he will govern for only 4 years. I see a lot of write-up here and there, people sitting down on televisions and talking nonsense. You're saying it's impossible for him to govern Nigeria, put Nigeria in the right direction for 4 years. With that alone, I'm beginning to wonder if your medulla oblongata are actually working. What is difficult in Nigeria? Nigeria is like a car, a very beautiful Rolls Royce. And what it needs is a professional driver. Once that professional driver starts the steering, everybody inside that car will sit up and know that you are a blessed king and start moving in the direction of a noble man. That is what Nigeria is. We have all the potentials that the world are envying. If you doubt it, go outside Nigeria and see the potentials Nigerians are doing. The potentials Nigerians have. They are making the whole world work. The whole world, not even you. We are not even talking Nigeria, we are talking about the world. Potentials of greatness. Our only problem is that criminals have hijacked power in Nigeria and they are not letting it go. And you that is held down do not understand that there is the need to change things. It's just like if you catch an insect, a grasshopper, put the grasshopper inside a bottle, lock it up. It continues to be jumping. At a stage, he believes that it can no more jump. Open it after maybe an hour. Open the lid, keep it there. It will stay there. It will not even jump again. That is what some of you, your brain has been turned into. You complain and complain and complain, but you cannot do the right thing. When people like Randy Peter for Nigeria, is talking, you people, I saw one boy writing that his father could have used a condom. What a nonsense you're talking about. That is a Nigerian writing nonsense there. Can you imagine a young man like you who is already aware and telling you, look at the danger? How many of you are joining in this particular issue? INEC, fix INEC. We demand electoral reforms. Dele to me has been saying it for a long time. Without electoral reform, the election is useless. Randy Peters have been running up and down saying it. Mama P, all of them. And you, a young boy, what you're sitting down there is to be, you want to be hitting your money, putting in your pocket. Let me tell you something. Even if you're a millionaire like the Obi Cubanas and all of them in that group that they go, that group does not mean that all of them are millionaires in that group. If you have a one-on-one discussion with the Obi, then you can see the number of able-bodied men that he alone is feeding daily. Maybe a classmate, secondary school classmate, university classmate, a business partner who things are not working for him, relative. You see that you alone moving. Hailing you around you is over 300 men that are hungry, nothing to eat, no hope for tomorrow. Is that life? But if you empower those 300 men and everybody stands, you have empowered 300 livelihoods and families. And so they keep spreading. And let me beg you, you young man, please and please, Nigeria, I'm begging, it's not your entitlement. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody is obliged to you. Think and sit up and face the reality of life. Yes, face it. So I'm begging you, if you're not following me in any of these platforms, go ahead, subscribe, and follow me. Like, subscribe, and share this video. I'm on TikTok, that is the link. I'm on Instagram, that is the link. Following. As I'm airing now, they're airing all over there. I'm on Facebook on my profile and my page. Those are the links. On YouTube, those are the links showing on the screen. Then on Telegram. Feel free anytime. And while I'm online, you can equally join and interact with me. You can join and let's discuss. You can join and make out your opinion known. Don't forget, the topic for today is Morocco's rapid rise leaves Nigeria's automotive dreams in the dust. So when we are calling ourselves giant of Africa, please and please, let us be careful with what we say. I'm beginning to think that we are not really giant of Africa. Yes, we are not. We are not really giant of Africa. So I move into the next. A big shout out to my uncle, a man I hold dear to very high esteem. Yes. A few days ago, he was 72 years. And the most interesting thing is that he donated 100 million naira, marking his birthday, for the health care. A big congratulations and happy birthday to Sir Mark Oruche, aka the Godfather. As he marks his 72th birthday to mark his special occasion, he has donated to healthcare development, a cause of critical importance. We urgently need well trained nurses in Nigeria, while our medical professionals, most of them, are living for greener pastures abroad. Investments like this are essential, and this is a very, very laudable thing. I thank God for his health and I thank God for the initiative, which is very, very laudable. 100 million naira to advance welfare. That is well thoughtful of you. I respect you, sir. I love you. And I pray that the Almighty God will continue to bless you and make you stronger, giving you very healthier life. Uncle Mark, as I'll usually call you, happy birthday, sir. You deserve my special honor. So, of course, we know that this weekend has been fun here and there. Our young man, Davido, and his lovely wife, Chioma, they've tied the knots in a white wedding in Miami, Florida. What will I say? This young couple have actually passed through a lot, challenges here and there. A lot of them, which we know, some are internal, which they don't tell anybody. As it is, together they were able to overcome their challenge and happier. I really thank God that these two are together and I wish them the best of luck, especially after the loss of their very handsome son, Ifani. They stay strong and God bless them again with twins. I'm very happy for them, Davido and Chioma. Chioma, you're a very wonderful girl. Honestly, your composure is something out of this world, and I respect you a lot. Yes, notwithstanding the gossips, the scandals, whether true or false, only God knows, you are still you. I respect you. I respect May Edochie. Both of you are lovely queens. And I wish you happy married life, my dear. May God strengthen you, bless you, bless your husband, and make you, giving you the strength to be with your family. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time. From me, until I come up again, I wish you the best. Happy Sunday, happy new month, and God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.